In this second fortnight, the sky is more hectic than a reality show. We have everything from a sun conjunct Pluto right at Trump's inauguration, because of course the cosmos has its sense of humor, to a new moon in Aquarius that screams reinvent yourself or die. Plus, Venus and Mars get romantic, and Uranus, bored with being stationary, decides it's time to revolutionize our lives by going direct. Get ready for cosmic events. We're off and running. Welcome to Solsticea News, the most intense and dramatic astrological newsletter of January 2025. On January 20th and 21, the Sun and Pluto shake hands, or rather claws. Imagine them in a secret meeting saying, let's burn it all down, but in style. This meeting happens in Aquarius, right on the day of Donald Trump's inauguration, which can't be a coincidence. What does this transit tell us? Power, control, and those Plutonian better face our demons vibes. Watch out. If you have natal aspects touched, get ready for an express tour to personal hell, with return options of course. This transit does not beat around the bush. It is like a giant magnifying glass that illuminates everything we try to hide: fears, obsessions, vices, and secrets. Pluto is not satisfied with just scratching the surface, it comes for the roots. Basically, Pluto is like that mother or grandmother who comes to check the cleanliness of your room and discovers that dirty underwear. You hid super well. Collectively, we could see big revelations, political tensions, and power struggles that define the global landscape. And let's not forget the context. This Pluto comes charged after having been in opposition to Mars, which adds an explosive air to the energy. In your personal life, you might feel like the protagonist of an intense drama. Difficult decisions, confrontations, or even breakups that, although painful, are necessary. It's time to look the uncomfortable in the eye and say, let's get this over with. The advice? Embrace the intensity, don't fight it. And if you can avoid unnecessary debates, so much the better. Cupid is active. From January 24 to 26, Venus and Mars are in a most passionate trine. But make no mistake, this isn't just honey on top of flakes. Mars is still off limits, which gives it a fall in love, but be prepared for a frenzy feel. On the other hand, Venus, in her exaltation in Pisces, softens the ground a bit with love and creativity. This planetary combo has a balance between action and sensitivity. It's the perfect time to jump in and conquer that special someone or rekindle the flame in an existing relationship. But beware, Mars out of bounds is like a teenager on too much caffeine and could lead you to make impulsive decisions. The story doesn't end there. Uranus in Taurus brings its surprising touch with a sextile to Mars-Venus, so be prepared for the unexpected. It could be a surprise call from an ex, a chance encounter, or a flash of artistic inspiration that changes your focus. In addition, Mars and Venus also launch aspects to Mercury, amplifying communicative energy. They will also square Lilith in opposition to Chiron, which invites us to reflect on the complexity of love and desire. This astrological aspect highlights the shadow that often accompanies them: rejection, jealousy, and unresolved emotional wounds. It is a propitious time to embrace both the sweetness and the drama that love brings, allowing us to integrate these experiences and transform them into growth and understanding. On January 29th, the new moon at Tenno Aquarius asks us to think outside the box. This is a time to seed new ideas, projects, and crazy dreams. With a trine to Jupiter, it's all beneficial. But, as always, there's a but. Venus and Neptune throw sesquiquadratures, adding a dash of unreality. Translation: dream big, but ground those plans. This lunation has a revolutionary and social energy. Aquarius invites us to look to the future, to innovate and connect with the community. It is an ideal time to work in a team, join collective projects, or start something that has an impact on the world. If you have personal planets in fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius, you will feel this transit more intensely. This is a call to let go of old structures that no longer work and make room for the new. The key? Be brave and trust the process. Hey, are you paying attention to me? Well, the moment you've been waiting for has arrived. Subscribe, like, and if you have any opinion or question, leave it in the comments. On January 31st, Uranus in Taurus says, enough pause, and goes direct. What does this mean? Radical changes, unexpected twists and turns and releases. If you've been feeling stuck, get ready for a jolt. It's like your alarm clock has a cosmic wake-up button and suddenly starts blaring at full volume. Wake up, the universe won't wait. This is the starting gun for new ways of thinking and acting. Uranus tells us, dare to break the mold. But it is not only external action. This transit invites us to reflect on our internal resistance to change. What fears or attachments prevent us from moving forward? Uranus in Taurus challenges us to let go of old structures, whether material, emotional, or mental. It is an ideal time to review your finances, habits, and values. Until July, when Uranus enters Gemini, we will be in intensive restructuring mode. The key is to let go of what is no longer useful to make room for the new. Uranus is at 23 degrees of Taurus since practically all this month of January and will remain so until the end of March. And even at 24 degrees, it will remain under the influence of two stars, that's Zodiac and Capulus. Zodiac, from the constellation Eridanus, is more related to introspection, melancholy, and inner challenges. It is a star that invites us to look inward, facing deep and sometimes dark emotions. Capulus, from the constellation Perseus, represents masculine energy, action, and power, although it can tend to be impulsive, aggressive, violent, or even destructive. These energies are complementary in a sense. Zodiac brings depth and reflection, while Capulus drives action and confrontation. This could be reflected in a tension or balance between the inner world, Zodiac, and external forces or physical impulses, Capulus. The perfect combo between a marathon of deep thoughts and suddenly rushing out to make impulsive decisions like there's no tomorrow. According to Ptolemy, the constellation is indicative of events that affect a large number of people, especially those caused by important meteorological phenomena. Zodiac has the planetary nature of Saturn. It gives constant struggle and striving for success, as well as introspection, melancholy, and loneliness. Danger of accidents, especially at sea and drowning. This constellation portends rain and indicates events related to rivers and streams. In conclusion, the proximity of Zodiac and Capulus in the zodiac may represent a point of balance or tension between the inner and the outer, between emotional introspection and dynamic energy. When both stars are activated, they may signal a time to integrate deep reflections with courageous and conscious actions. The risky oracle, Trump and his Plutonian government. And now, the segment everyone has been waiting for. What does the sky tell us about Donald Trump's second term? Under the Sun-Pluto conjunction, on the day of his appointment, his government looks set to be intense, transformative, and why not say it, dictatorial. In his natal chart, Trump has a dominant Mars in Leo, which explains his love of leading and commanding. He is also conjunct the star Regulus, which gives him a cosmic dose of born to be the President of the United States. Or as he himself would say, only I can do that. In addition, he was born under a lunar eclipse. There was a full moon on the Gemini-Sagittarius axis, which makes him an exceptional character. For better or worse, Uranus is conjunct the North Node and the Sun in the 10th house, which marks him as risk-taking, unpredictable, revolutionary, eccentric, and chaotic. Another key aspect of his natal chart includes Jupiter in Libra in his 2nd house, which gave him that ability to be a millionaire. Although he is in a square with Saturn and Venus in his 11th house, which gives him that tendency to be uncontrolled with money. In addition, a Neptune in the 2nd house suggests a nebulous relationship with values and material resources, and Chiron conjunct Jupiter reminds us that even magnates have setbacks. It should also be added that Mercury and Neptune are in square. Basically, he is a liar, cheater, and capricious. As if Neptune whispered to him, "Don't worry, no one will notice if you say it convincingly." I just want to add that by transits, on the day of his appointment, Uranus with its 2 companion stars will conjunct Donald's midheaven. This gives us that he will commit many unexpected, abrupt, impulsive and transgressive actions as soon as he begins to govern. And it should also be noted that Pluto is entering his 6th house, the house of health, which suggests that she will probably have difficult episodes. Neptune is already walking through his 8th house, and in March will be placed at the 0 degree of Aries, whose ruler is Mars, which is his ruling planet conjunct her ascendant. And then, to top it off, in March, Saturn will enter his 8th house, the house of death. Let's not forget that she is 80 years old, elderly, and a bit obese. The prognosis is a bit difficult for his physical health. My final reading, we are facing a political circus of cosmic proportions. That's all for today on Solsticea News, where the stars don't just talk, they shout.
If you like this analysis, subscribe and activate the little bell so you don't miss any astrological event.
See you in the next edition for more cosmic gossip, unexpected predictions, and of course, lots of stellar drama.